Hey everyone, try and do this in one take so there will be mistakes. First off, thank you for liking my page. I really appreciate it. It's not just for me, but for you. It's for to promote myself, fitness lifestyle, and to educate others. For those of you watching this via YouTube, thank you for checking out my brand new channel. Now that that's out of the way, let me introduce myself. I am Second Nature Fitness. My buddy Adrian has told me, don't ever change, man. But put it bluntly, I can't. This is who I am, this is what I do, and this is who I always will be. From this point on, I can only evolve. I can only become more the man I'm meant to be. Most of you that have liked my page so far personally know me, and that's how it starts, with friends and family, spreading the word. So don't be afraid to invite others to like my page that may benefit from it. What everyone doesn't know is my origin story, how I've gotten to this point in my life, and the motivation behind it. Here it goes. As a child, my earliest career choice was to be an artist. I loved drawing and I drew every day. Then I found out about wrestling. Though I loved drawing, being an impressionable age, I then decided I wanted to be a wrestler. From the ages of 10 and 21, all I dreamt about was being a professional wrestler, with a title belt around my waist, and not just any title belt, but the World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, my dedication to becoming a pro wrestler grew as I got older, but around the age of 12-13, I thought I could be a pro wrestler and be an artist on the side, so that's what I did. I kept drawing and kept dreaming. By the time I was 17, I had already gone to wrestling matches, pro and indie, and been backstage and met pro wrestlers. Around that time, though, is when I decided I really want to be a pro wrestler. I had to give it up my undivided attention, and so that's what I did. I stopped drawing. My spare time now was spent dreaming and being a pro wrestler. In 2010, at the age of 20, I finally got my shot. Thanks to David Vargas and Joey Munoz, I was given the opportunity to become a first-class student of Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy. There I learned firsthand that wrestling is not fake, that I took my body slams, arm bars, boots to the face, forearms to the face, chops, etc. But just when things were getting good and I was getting the hang of it, my personal life became way too stressful that I had to drop out. You think that because it's something I wanted for so long that I would have found a way, but at the time I really believed it was out of my control. Another story for another time. Anyways, when things got better, I would return to the ring and continue training. That's when my life took its pivotal turn. I was in the ring trying to push myself and being urged to continue even though I felt winded. I should have listened to my body and rolled out of the ring. What I did instead was fall into the back of my head. As soon as I hit the mat, I knew something was wrong. I crawled out of the ring and tried to catch my breath. I got out and felt dizzy, like I was going to throw up. I caught my breath, but the dizziness wouldn't go away. I was told to go back in the ring and continue training. I told them no. I wasn't having fun anymore. Something was wrong and I could feel it. I left early that day, and during the whole drive home, which is maybe like a 40-minute drive, I kept feeling like I was going to throw up. I kept feeling really dizzy. So when I first got home, that's what I did. I threw up in a trash can. I get upstairs and I tell my mom something is wrong. She calls someone, I would say a hospital helpline, and I describe how I feel. The person on the phone tells me I have a concussion. I was told I can't sleep anytime soon. In fact, my mom had to monitor me for the next 24 hours to make sure there was no signs of further damage like blurred vision, trouble breathing, slurred speech, or loss of movement. After 24 hours, I was in the clear. The world stopped spinning before that, but it was one of the scariest experiences in my life. I had the whole rest of the week to think about it. My life, wrestling, all of it. I go to the wrestling class the next weekend and I don't say a word to anyone about what happened. The mentality in SBWA is you don't show weakness. You don't show weakness, you don't say sorry, and you don't disrespect anyone, trainer or student. And I agreed with it. Still do. So I kept what happened to me a secret. The only problem was my mind played tricks with me. I became afraid of the thing I loved. I became afraid to step in the ring. I knew what happened to me and I knew it could happen to me again, so I did what I had to. I stepped out of the ring and told Chaos I was done. Crying, I told Chaos I don't want to be a wrestler anymore, that I just didn't have it in me, and I left. In hindsight, I wasn't fully honest. I wanted to continue, but the fear of getting hurt again outweighed my drive to continue. I chose to walk away from what I loved, what I've always wanted to be, because I wanted to live a full life where I didn't have the possibility of getting hurt like that again. It was my choice to quit. No one forced me. No one bowled me away. No one scared me. I walked out of my own accord. I reevaluated my life, and for me, it just wasn't worth it. Chaos would later call me and invite me to come back, saying the door is always open. Though I wasn't there for very long, I grew up a lot being part of the SBWA family. I got to see the ins and outs of the wrestling world, first-hand experience on how the magic is made, got to see what it took to be a wrestler, and got to make friends, most of which I'm still in touch with. Friends with some of the hardest working motherfuckers you'd ever meet. They're still out there kicking ass as professional wrestlers. They made it through, they put in the work, and now they're living their dreams. I got to witness the future of wrestling in front of me, and let me tell you, wrestling is not fake. It is as real as it gets, and the alumni from SBWA are the real deal. Well, I got my way to push a wrestling school because they gave me my start. They gave me the tools to actually live out my dream, and they breed champions. Even without the heavyweight title around my waist, I'm still a champion. Now that I got on track, let me tie back in. After giving up wrestling, I didn't know what to do with myself. I never had a backup plan because there was no need for one. Sure, growing up I thought I could be an artist, maybe even a game designer, but put all that away because I believed in my heart I was going to be a professional wrestler. And I'm still convinced that's the only reason I got as far as I did. Because if I didn't have doubts, I didn't have second guesses, I knew what I was going to do with my life. Lo and behold, life had different plans. Not knowing how to cope, I spent less time sulking and more time in the gym. I always loved working out, ever since I was in middle school and introduced to my first gym. I loved the feeling I got while working out. It was euphoric. I loved being in the gym and seeing my strength increase, seeing what the human body was capable of. Outside the square circle, I was happiest in the gym, so I worked out. No goal in mind, just something I could do while I tried to figure out what my next move was. Outside the square circle, I was my happiest in the gym, so I worked out. No goal in mind, just something I could do to figure out what my next move was. I'd like to see others like me in the gym working out just because. Then there were those who had goals, those who had vision. Only they knew what they were, but I wanted to be like them. I wanted to have a goal again, a reason to live, a purpose. Then I started noticing something else. Over the course of the years working out, I did pick up on a few things or two, from magazines, asking questions, so I had basic knowledge of what fitness was. What I noticed was sometimes there'd be an instance where I knew something a trainer didn't. Well, which is terrible considering I knew more someone who trained others for a living. At least I thought I did. That got me thinking. I love working out. I liked helping people motivate people to get in shape. I liked the idea of learning more about something I loved, and I liked the idea of making money out of something I cared about. At the time, it would just be a family, but I saw the bigger picture. I saw that I could help people. So why not? I decided to become a personal trainer. Two years later, in 2014, I became an ACE certified personal trainer and I gained a mentor in John Paul San Pedro. Though ACE had covered the curriculum well and my schooling allowed me to meet with other inspiring personal trainers and successful personal trainers who have opened their own gyms, therefore allowed me to build a network, it wasn't the same thing. It was my mentor that gave me this knowledge, and along with hours and hours of hands-on experience that really helped me understand what it is to be a personal trainer and how much of influence I have on people. Not only that, but he taught me the most crucial aspect of weightlifting. No matter what your goal is, form. Form is everything. Okay, nutrition is very important, but you get my point. Now, just because JP was my mentor doesn't mean I didn't learn from others. In truth, I shadowed a lot of trainers and gained knowledge and insight from each of them. So I never say I was just one person, or that the person and no one else helped me. They all helped me. I don't know if I'd still be the person I am today, the trainer I am today, had they not encouraged me when I needed it. After finally certified as a personal trainer, I realized how much work I already put into it, and I really liked it. I could see myself doing this as a career. This is my second chance, and I took it. Not only that, but working with clients I did get in and out of the gym, and seeing the results, I fell in love with the process as well. Seeing others succeed and reach their goals gave me joy and still does. I haven't had to work a day in my life as a personal trainer. I've had clients drop 2 shirt sizes. I had a client who would go on and start their own fitness journey after being inspired by me. His words, not mine. I had a client who wanted a bigger butt and then ripped their pants because the jeans didn't fit anymore. I've had pro wrestlers ask me for nutritional advice. I've had classmates ask me what supplements I take. Though I'm only able to state what I do take because of my scope of practice, so I can't say anything else past that. And that's only for starters. As of now, my mentor and I are still in contact, but we have gone separate ways for now, and I've begun focusing more on me because of it. My next venture would be that of social media. I've done alright for myself. My original name was was Killswitch Fitness, and not my favorite band at the time, because I didn't know what to call myself, being that I'm a product. Well, being that I am the product. After a name change, an eventual post format change, and generally putting myself out there more, I started gathering followers as I got better at marketing myself. A few clients here and there, but now I'm starting to really get the hang of this. Well, except for my speech impediment, I have to work on my speech more, so. I always wanted to write my story, but never did. Not because I thought no one would read it, but because I never actually took the time to write it all down, let alone take the time to make a video of myself saying all this. There. Now I know where we started up to this point. Well, what motivated me to finally write this down was the encouragement of an old friend. She basically said, if you're going to do this, let them know the real you, and she's right. That coupled with the fact that I indeed was ready to get on camera and say all this is what I did. As I said earlier, I didn't get here all on my own. I've had help along the way. People that pushed me, encouraged me, doubted me, motivated me, loved me, and believed in me. Which one of you at this point is up to you. But I know who's who. This is it, the closer, the finale, the end of the video. If you've actually stuck around to watch this, I thank you. You're part of the reason I'm doing this. There's lots of changes coming, all good, I promise. And from now on, you guys will be along for the ride. Oh, one more thing. I've started school again. I decided to start from ground zero, build myself up, and get a master's degree in kinesiology. I'm not done yet. Unlike Kobe, I'm just getting started. I'm Second Nature Fitness. This is who I am. This is what I do. And this is who I always will be. Oh, and don't worry. As I get better and better equipment, these videos get better, and I'm going to keep working on my speech.